Will you speak to us about wildfires in South Africa? Is this something that we experience quite frequently?
Yeah, I think it happens more frequently than people are aware of. Obviously, a lot of the fires happen out in the mountains and high up in the mountains and in ranges that can't be seen. And I think on the average, the number of incidents in the peninsula alone every fire season is around between 70 and 90. That's sort of, grass fires, wildfires, bushfires, veld fires. But it happens a lot, and it's only when it happens close to houses or, say, on the face of Table Mountain that the public really takes note and realizes that the guys are out there all the time. We're out there sort of, every few weeks we're on a fire, and the resources who do it as their job, I mean, they're out literally every week over the summer period.
Philippa, there's been a lot of coverage of the recent fires in the Western Cape. Can you talk to us about those? When did they begin, and how did you get them under control?
I can talk to you about the two that I responded to. So last week, Tuesday, there was a fire on Signal Hill. I think the call out went at about 10 o'clock in the evening. And I was on the scene or on the line till about, I think, 4 o'clock the next morning. And it was, I think very well resourced. It was very close to a residential area, so they put a lot of resources into it, and City of Cape Town Fire Department were there. I think it was well put out, I guess. And then the next fire that I responded to was the following evening in Glenken by Fishhook. And that lasted, it burned from about Wednesday through to Saturday. And again, we had thankfully chopper support in the day because it started during the day. Crews from all around Cape Town came to that fire. But I think, we all worked well and it was well handled.
But also, again, I don't know if people are aware that the kind of wildfire fighting we do isn't necessarily with water. Often the fire gets away from anywhere near the road or the water resources, so we end up with hand tools, literally a big fly swatter, big rubber mat, and we bash the flames down with that. And we use rakos and various other tools to cut out vegetation and create a control line so the fire can't spread into more vegetation. So it's kind of hard working. That's what the guys will do. They'll head up the mountain, chasing it and cutting line around it.
In fact, that's something that we don't often think about, that you often aren't in any contact with water and you need to figure something out. Have you ever gotten into a situation or one that sticks out in your mind that seemed particularly dire or dramatic?
I think there's sort of dramatic moments or dire moments in most fires where it gets a little bit beyond what you can cope with. I mean, the heat is intense. The wildfires burn anywhere from around 900 degrees Celsius to about 1,200 degrees Celsius, and we're just off that spot. So we get a lot of heat coming at us. Smoke is intense; it's choking. You struggle to breathe. We don't have breathing apparatus because we're carrying backpacks of all our equipment. So yeah, it can get pretty tense, and you'll use anything you can to try and deal with the fire situation. We've ended up sucking water out of our water bottles and crawling under a bush and spitting water down onto ashes to get them out. So anything that can work, we'll do.